Hello, my name is Ernell. I am an underground network cable splicer. As a cable splicer, my job is to maintain and provide reliable underground electric. The best part of my job is the benefit and the work environment. If you're interested in becoming a cable splicer, pay close attention to the following video. We will demonstrate the exercise and provide tips for successfully completing the physical agility testing required to becoming an underground network cable splicer.
This is the hole dig event. The objective of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to dig a 3-foot long by 2-foot wide by 2-foot deep hole with a shovel and then backfill the dirt into a hole to the original grade within the allotted time. This is a timed event.
Ready?
Yes.
Begin.
As long as you dig and make sure the sides of the hole are squared off to ensure the hole is large enough for the standard frame to fit inside. It is suggested that you dig away at the paint marks on the ground that outline the excavation area. For a hole to be considered finished, a standard frame is inserted into the hole. The top of the standard frame must be level with the ground surface below the surface. In other words, the entire frame must fit inside the hole.
Check.
Once your hole is completely dug out, an administrator will check the hole with the standard frame. If the hole is satisfactory, you will be instructed to backfill the hole. You must shovel all loose dirt back into the hole and return it to the original grade. Periodically, you must walk down the dirt to pack the dirt in. To be successful in the agility test, you must complete the entire task before the allotted time expires. There are a few tips to help you be successful in the agility test. 1. Work at a steady pace. You may take breaks if needed, but the timer does not stop. 2. Limit the number of times you ask an administrator to check your hole because the timer continues to run when you request a check of your hole. 3. Remove a full shovel of dirt with each motion. And 4. Work your shovel into the dirt with a back and forth motion on the handle at a steady pressure on the blade with your foot.
This is the enclosed space entry event. The object of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to carry a ladder 20 feet, lower the ladder into a manhole, climb down into the enclosed space, demonstrate muscular strength in lifting a section of cable weighing about 45 pounds and holding it for 5 seconds, and finally reversing all movements to reset the event. This is a timed event. Pull the ladder out of the rear of the van, lift the ladder, carry it 20 feet, and then lower the ladder carefully into the manhole until it rests on the floor. Make sure the painted side of the ladder is facing toward the center of the manhole. Lower the ladder using a hand-over-hand motion. Make sure the ladder feet are flat on the manhole floor. Carefully descend the ladder into the manhole. An administrator will remove the ladder from the manhole, go over to the tray and lift the cable section out of the tray and hold it in approximately waist level. 5, 4, 3, 2. When I say 5, you will move to the tray and place the cable section back in the tray. Ask the administrator to lower the ladder into the manhole.
The ladder?
Exit the manhole by carefully climbing the ladder. In addition to watching the performance, you will be observed through the event to gauge your comfort with being in an enclosed space. This event will also serve as a realistic job preview to you for working in an enclosed space. However, please note that job incumbents can work in enclosed spaces for many hours at a time. Lift the ladder out of the manhole using a hand-over-hand motion. Carry the ladder back to the van and finally put the ladder back into the rear of the van. This is the 500 MCM cable cut event. The objective of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to safely cut a piece of 500 MCM cable utilizing JEA provided manual cable cutters. This is a timed event. You will have 30 seconds to complete this event. Ready, go. This is the 15 kV cable cut event. The objective of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to safely cut a piece of 15 kV 750 PILC 3-phase cable utilizing a JEA provided hacksaw. This is a timed event. You will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete this event. Ready, go. First, pick up the hacksaw. Second, place the hacksaw on the next paint mark. Third, use the hacksaw to completely cut the cable into 2 pieces without breaking the saw blade or damaging the saw frame. You must operate the saw with one hand, although you can switch hands during the event if you desire. With your second hand, you can hold the long piece of cable. For safety reasons, you may not hold the 3-inch piece of cable you are cutting off. This is the solder handling event. This event has 2 parts. The objective of the first part of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to hold a ladle of solder with one hand for 1 minute and 37 seconds. Only the first part of this event is timed. Although this task is normally performed on the job with hot liquid solder, today's event will be simulated with cooled solid solder. Ready, go. First, lift the solder ladle with one hand and hold level with the ground and steady by placing your elbow against your body. You must hold the ladle level such that the contents would not spill if it were filled with hot solder. You must hold this with one hand. You may not switch hands during this event. Stop. The objective of the second part of this exercise is to demonstrate the ability to safely lower a pot of hot solder onto a stand inside of a manhole and then raise the pot back out of the manhole without spilling any liquid. Ready, go. First, grab the rope and hook it to the handle of the solder pot. You should grab the rope approximately 2 to 3 feet from where it is hooked to the pot handle. Using proper lifting technique, lift the pot off the flower pot by pulling the rope upward. While holding the rope, move to the edge of the manhole so you can lower the pot into the manhole. Carefully begin lowering the pot by moving your hands hand over hand. As you lower the pot, you must guide it into the flower pot that is positioned at the bottom of the manhole. Once the pot is in the stand, loosen the tension on the rope a little and look at me for confirmation that you have properly completed the lowering portion of this event.
Continue.
When I call out continue, carefully begin raising the pot up out of the manhole by moving your hands, hand under hand, down the rope toward the pot handle. Raise the pot out of the manhole just above ground level and then use the rope to hold the pot towards you and lower the pot onto the flower pot back in its original starting position.
This is the bucket truck event. The objectives of this exercise are to demonstrate the ability to climb onto the bucket truck and into the bucket following proper safety protocols. Ride in the bucket to different heights and through various maneuvers, perform work out of the bucket at 40-foot height using channel lock pliers to install and remove an insulator on the crossarm. Climb out of the bucket and off of the bucket truck following the same safety protocols. The majority of this event is untimed. The exception is the short period when you will install and remove the insulator at 40 foot off of the ground. In addition to watching your performance with the tools and equipment, you will be observed throughout the event to gauge your comfort with heights. This event will also serve as a realistic job preview to you for working at heights. Please keep in mind that it is not uncommon for incumbents to perform work at heights greater than 40 foot. If you have never been in a bucket truck before, it is important that you realize that the movement of the bucket will likely not be smooth. We will move from the ground level to approximately 40 foot for you to perform the timed task. Once completed, we will extend the boom fully to reach a height of approximately 55 foot off the ground. Before returning to the ground, we will rotate the bucket 360 degrees at full extension. If at any point you are uncomfortable and wish to end this test, just let me know and we will immediately return to ground level. However, if you decide to end the event before completing all tasks, you will fail the event. This is the ladder carry event. The objectives of this exercise are to demonstrate the ability to safely remove a 20-foot ladder from the bed of a flatbed truck. Carry it 50 feet and set up the ladder as instructed. Climb the preset ladder, safely tie off with a safety belt and lean back for 10 seconds. Then undo the safety belt and climb down. And finally, take down the ladder, carry it back to the truck, and replace it in the back of the truck. All tasks handling the ladder must include maintaining positive control of the ladder. This is a timed event. Ready, go. Step 1, you will remove the ladder from the truck. Then you will pick up the ladder, carry it to the setup site. You may put the ladder down and readjust your grip as needed, but losing control of the ladder, dragging the ladder, or dropping the ladder at any time will constitute failure of the event. Place the ladder feet on the ground at setup site with the pointy end of the feet facing towards the structure. Use the rope to assist in raising the ladder, moving the ladder hooks to extend the fly the entire way until it matches the setup of the preset ladder. Lightly lift the bottom of the ladder, push forward to set the feet properly. Continue. Move to the preset ladder, and when I give you the OK signal, use the 3-point rule and climb the preset ladder one rung at a time until both of your feet are resting on the painted rung. Make sure you keep 3 points of contact at all times. Continuing the 3-point rule, remove one end of the safety strap from the D-ring on your belt. Wrap the strap around the ladder rung and pull as the administrator is demonstrating, and then reattach the safety strap to the other D-ring on your safety belt. Stop momentarily so an administrator can check proper strap placement before you lean back. Continue. When I say continue, you must keep both feet on the same rung, straighten and lock your legs, and lean back to the full extent of the safety strap. Then raise your hands while I count out 10 seconds. Your legs must be kept straight for the entire 10 seconds. The 10-second count will not start until you are in the proper position. When the 10-second count is complete, an administrator will instruct you to proceed. Using the 3-point rule, undo one end of the safety strap from the D-ring, unwrap from the pole and ladder rung, then reattach to the same D-ring as other end. Climb down the ladder, move back to the first ladder, lightly lift the bottom of the carry ladder, and pull out to reset the feet to flat. The ladder will not lower completely if the feet are not flat. Stand the ladder upright and use the rope to slightly raise the extension to release the catch, and then lower the fly down to its original position. Tie the rope securely around the ladder rungs as demonstrated. If the rope falls and creates a tripping hazard during the carry, you will fail the event. Slowly lean the ladder over to the ground or to a carry position. Pick up the ladder and carry it back to the truck. Place the ladder back to its original position on the flatbed. Once the ladder is back in position and you remove your hands from the ladder, I will say stop to end the event. Stop. After I call out ready, go, you will have 3 minutes and 14 seconds to complete this event.